Howdy, friends and neighbors, Romans, countrymen, kinfolks, and wherever you seem to fit in between. Willie here at the Great Outdoors. Hey, I'm telling you what, I'm walking the fence today with 1 foot hanging over the happy side. That's right, I got 1 foot hanging into the happy side, and I'm going to tell you why. I always get happy when packages come in the mail. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm telling you, makes me feel good inside. I need a drink. It's not Grape Crush. It's Fanta. It tastes close. But you know, does it really taste like grape? No, it doesn't. Grape soda does not taste like grape. Grape soda is the taste of purple. That's all it is. It's the flavor of purple. If you wonder what purple tastes like, grape soda is the taste of purple. There's nothing grape about it. Not even close. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about this box I got here in front of me. That's right, I did some ordering and got some parts for some things that really needed some parts. And I also got something secret in here that old Matt at Old Matt's Real Repair had for me. And I'm really happy about it. Let's get right into this box. Let's tear into this thing and I'll show you what I've got some pieces and parts and things for. And maybe you can be the judge of whether it's interesting or not. I mean, you're going to be anyway. Seriously. I mean, I'm sitting here with myself. I'm with myself all the time, and I don't find myself remotely interesting. All right, what do we got going on? First thing we have is an invoice. No, that's not the first thing we have. The first thing we have is stuff flying out of the invoice, which is interesting in itself. There's 2 little pieces I needed. 1 big piece I needed. Should have thought about something else there, but I didn't. Okay. We have 2 gears. That's right. We have a pinion gear, that's right, and a crank gear. For what you might ask? Well, first off, let me put this knife away before it winds up making me leak. There you go, crank gear, pinion gear, and cap. Now, that cap goes to a Fluger President, it goes to a Fluger XT. That's right. I lost the cap. There's a little cap that goes over the side. It's a dust cap, basically. It keeps dust and dirt out of the bearing that's there. And somehow or another I lost it. And according to Matt, well, I ain't the only one. He keeps these in stock because people lose those so often. So here's what I'll tell you on your President Fluger spinning reels. Make sure that little dust cap on the side is tight. Okay, that's the cap that you take off when you want to switch sides from left or right retrieve, and then you screw the cap back on the other side. Okay? Make sure that cap is tight. Don't over tighten it. It's just plastic and it'll break. Just saying. But I lost mine. No idea why, or no idea where. I think I had it on the monkey when we went somewhere to fish, or I went somewhere to fish, and the vibrations of the monkey made it pop off there. That's just what I'm thinking, because it's nowhere in here. But anyway, what are those 2 gears to, you might say? Go ahead, say it. That's right. What are those 2 gears to? You want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Well, I'll tell you what it is. First off, the $17.99 from out of Texas. That's right. This is the one I got from my buddy John Morris up in Texas. Sadly, it has a few issues. Though I fixed the cap, can you hear that? That is the little guide hole there, the little aluminum piece that snaps inside that hole and is probably pressed in with some fancy machine that Shakespeare had back in the 1960s that I don't have and have no way to fix. Well, that little piece where that string comes in, line comes in, you got to make sure that stays smooth, okay? It has to stay smooth and it has to stay in the hole. Because if you go pressing it in there and trying to figure out a way to maneuver it in and you end up putting a kink or a dent or a scratch, well, that can nick your line as the line comes in. The next thing you know, you've caught some kind of decent fish, and 65 feet of line is now going out through the water with your lure and a fish that has to deal with it until the hook rots out. You don't want that. You don't want that for the animal, okay? It's just not right. So, sadly, even though I fixed this cap and got the dent out, I cannot get that to stay in. It falls out. So, hopefully there's something in there to take care of that. These two gears, by the way, this one here and the one I have down here, are to this reel. We're going to put those in today. That's right, today. We're doing it today. Don't mess with me, we're doing it today. I've been waiting for 2 weeks for this stuff. They had terrible weather. Terrible weather coming out of Wisconsin, so my, I say 2 weeks, it was 2 days. I've waited 2 days longer than I should have. They had terrible weather coming out of Wisconsin, and I had to wait an extra couple of days, and it drove me crazy. It did, messed with my head. I handled it. Now let's take a look at this cap that he's got me here. Let's see if this cap looks any better than the one I have. Probably, oh, this one looks like brand new. Oh, it's brand new. Holy Shakespearean actors. Look at that thing. Wow. That's brand spanking new. That is a brand new cap that's never been on anything. Man, that's pretty. Now the question is it the same? Looks the same. Yes, I believe it's the same. Same cap. Man, I love stuff like this. Okay, so we're going to take this guy apart and we are going to put these new gears in, and maybe it won't go when I'm reeling it in, which it unfortunately does. And we'll put this new cap on. We got line already on it. But now I want to show you what, well, I don't want to show you the what. This is the what, but it's not the actual what. These were whats too. This is another what. So it's a what. I am the kind of person that when I find a reel that I like, when I have a certain reel that I really enjoy using, I like to have more than one. Because if something happens, something goes south, and the next thing you know, you got a broken reel that you can't use, and you're trying to find parts. And I've been very fortunate with Matt getting parts. But I like having two reels, just in case. Now, just like with my Johnson line, the Centuries, the Citations, things like that, I have many duplicates of Citations, and only some though. I don't have some duplicates of Citations, but I have a lot of duplicates of the Model 100B. I have a couple of 100As and stuff like that. But anyway, those I've been fortunate to find. There's other reels out there that are hard to find. Abu Garcia, okay, the Abumatic, very hard reel to find, locally anyway. I struggle. Well, while I was on the phone ordering this fancy new cap and these gears and this other cap for my Fluger, I asked him, hey, do you happen to have? And he went, I think I do. He has a section of his store that he calls the graveyard. These are hundreds, maybe thousands of reels that he hasn't seen yet. Hasn't even looked at. And he may have looked at them in a way that he's put them in a container, but he hasn't actually taken them out, tried to clean them, or messed with them in any way. And I asked him if he had another Abumatic 170. There you go. There's another Abumatic 170. Now, he hasn't done a thing to it other than make sure it functions and send it to me. It looks terrible, I can tell you right now. It's kind of dirty and funky, and it needs to be cleaned up, and that's what we're going to do, possibly on a later date. Maybe video after this. I've wanted another one of these because I use my other 170 a lot, but it's scary sometimes to take those out there and not know if something's going to happen and you're going to end up with no 170. So got me another one here that we're going to have to dig into and see if it's compatible with its brother over there, the other 170. But that's for another video. Today we are going to be digging into the 1799. New gears, new cap, new life. And we're going to fish this guy. Who knows, maybe we'll fish this guy and the new old 170. I think that would be quite interesting, don't you? I like things that are quite interesting. Things that are quite boring, well, they bore me, to be honest with you. So anyway, let's get you down to the table here and get this thing tore apart. What I'm going to do is take this cap and go ahead and put it on the fluger. There it is. That is the little plastic cap that I've lost. Let me get it over here. There's what happens right there. That is where that little dust cap should be, and it just disappeared. I've got no idea where it went. I'm going to go ahead and just put that on there. You can watch me do it if you like. Look at that. Look at that. Then let's snug it on there good. Ta-da! Looks brand new again. Alright, that is on a ACC crappie sticks, which we are going to use very soon in a future upcoming episode. Because I really, really like that rod. And I really like that reel. Really. Come here, me. Alright, there's our two new gears. Dump that one right there. And let's commence to taking this thing apart. Actually, let's use the smaller one here. We'll put the gears in that small. We'll use this big fella here. Okay, if you notice, you hear that? And there it went. It just fell right out into the carpet over there. Anyway, that's the old one. We'll set that there. Now, we have to take this guy apart here. There we go. Now we take that guy out of there. We have our little acorn nut. We have our little star washer. We have the crank arm. We're going to take this drag star off of here. Now, we should be able to just do this. Boop. That drag washer will stay on there like that. This one will pop off there just like that, thank goodness. I need to get that washer off there without messing it up. So what you want to try to do when you get these things stuck like this, and I don't mean you got them stuck, I just mean they're stuck on there with age. You want to get that razor blade under that edge. I just start slowly spinning it like so. And it just kind of cuts that washer right on off there. Now it's going to leave some of it behind. It's been on there a long time. So that is our old gear. It really doesn't look that bad. It is our pinion gear that's the problem. That's going to go on the back of here now. That's right. That's where it's going to go. And what I'm going to do is turn it upside down. It's a little bit of grease on there. And now we're going to do this. There we go. That's going to go back through here. We got to put our little bushing back in here again, which is just a little crooked. Then we're going to put our spring back in. Then we put our washer back on top of that. My greasy hands can hold on to the star. And now we have our brand new gear. And I reverses in our reversing. We'll put our crank handle back on. Our star washer goes back on. Our acorn nut goes back on. Always make sure these go on straight, because if they don't, they're a fine thread. If you mess it up, you'll be in a fine mess. So we'll set that down for right now over here. We got to take that pinion shaft out. Take that out. We'll put that right there. Take this rotation device off. Spool off. Because we're just going to go ahead and disassemble this side as well. And make this easy. Now we have to take this out, which means our spring is going to come out of there with our... There we go. Our spring came out in one piece. That's good. That's always a good thing. We'll take our little button out right there. Set that there. Now we have to get... Yep, there is a washer. It needs to come down. I know y'all can't see this, but if I can't see it, then there's no use in me trying. C-clip out. C-clip is going to stick right there. There we go. Mr. Spring will come off of there. Mr. Shaft will come out. There's Mr. Washer falling in. Set that there. Set Mr. Spring right there. We'll just pop that out like so. Now what we need to do is to look at the two gears and make sure they are worthy. Yes, they are. They are the same thing. They're the same on both sides. We will now throw that there. Okay, we got to put that washer. This little washer here has got to go back in this little spot here. I will feed the shaft back through. I will put the gear on the end of the shaft. I will now push the bottle capper back up here. Now I need the spring. Brush that down. I need this little washer. Now we have to put this little C-clip on without it going bye-bye. Okay, clip is in, bottle capper's on, new gear is up where it should be. Doing the thing. That's right, it's all back together again. Now you've already seen me do a video on the 1799. If you want to watch that video, we can throw that up at the end so you can see what this thing looked like. And it came out of Texas from a good buddy, John Morse. And John, I'm pretty sure you probably had no idea what I was going to do with it. But now that it's new gears and new cap, I want to present to you the 1799 Shakespeare from 1963 with all of its newfound glory. Brand new cap. I mean brand new, never been on a reel in its life cap. New gears inside. This thing, on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy right here is a 9.8. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The gears are smooth. I am really terrified to take this thing out and fish with it now. I am not joking. I'm scared to death because it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, what's next, you may ask? Well, we got to get that Abumatic 170 tore apart, get it cleaned up, and maybe we'll take this guy and that new 170 out somewhere. Just gotta figure out where.
Hello everyone, this is Evan, your editor speaking. To give some context as to why there is no talking throughout this entire part, we've been having numerous issues with the Sony camera overheating in the house despite the AC being on. It's pretty cool in that room. Matter of fact, we lost footage, as you can see, as we're cutting into the middle of the 170 coming apart. But because of it cutting off like this, we sometimes don't even know when. It doesn't make a sound, nothing to alert us that it's turned off. So it's really hard to remember what the last thing said, or Willie might even keep carrying on and have taken apart or put back together things while the camera was off and you didn't even get to see it. So we figured everybody would still want to see what we have of the 170, and here it is.
So, I didn't say anything. This one was a little bit different, obviously, than the 60 taken apart at 170. I have not completely disassembled a 170 in over 3 or 4 years. And I just wanted to make sure I got it back the way it was. This one turned out to be really nice. Really nice. It's got a little bit of a growl, but not much. And it's smooth. It's functioning, doing what it's supposed to do. There was some line tangled around the the crank handle as well as the arm, and it wasn't letting it turn. I could see it sticking out of there. Took a razor blade, cut in there, and got that out. But all in all, this guy works really good. So here's what's probably going to happen. $17.99, Abumatic 170. Going fishing. That's right, going fishing. I just want to polish it some more. We'll see you on the next one. Whatever the next one may be. It's almost 9 o'clock. Gotta get up at 4 a.m. Might put this one under the pillow, but Tooth Fairy might steal it.